From construction worker to millionaire, I wanted to share my success story as a coach. Now, I wanted to share this because many of you probably don't know, I started as a construction worker. When I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. We grew up in a very small town of 300 people, so my options were basically construction, pastor, or maybe even a farmer. Those were the options that were laid out for me as far as those are the careers that men do. And frankly, at that point, even when I was 20, I had never gone onto social media at all. When I got married to my amazing wife, Terry, who I run CCI with, she was actually building her online business. And I thought, frankly, I was judgmental. In my mind, I was like, oh, she's doing this Instagram thing. And I was like, oh, they just post and it's just like all this superficial stuff. However, when she started to make more money than me from this Instagram thing than I was working 50, 60 hours a week in construction and bricklaying, stuff started to click in my mind. And I was like, there's something here that I'm not realizing. And that's kind of one of the first moments when I realized that I didn't know a lot, that there's whole worlds that I didn't understand. And so she actually got me into the coaching space. And I'm so lucky that she did, because I got into the online health and fitness space with her. I always had this passion for sports and fitness, so it kind of seemed like a natural thing to do. And we started to build that business up, and it started to actually gain some momentum. Now, frankly, it took a couple mentors and a lot of money spent, wisely and some not very wisely, to figure it out. It took a lot of effort, took a lot of skill building. I had no natural talent of sales, content, marketing. When I look at my past content, I cringe. My wife would literally leave the house when I was doing sales calls because it was just so bad. She didn't want to listen to me doing it. And so I started as someone who wasn't intuitively good at entrepreneurship. I didn't have the skill set. I didn't even know about social media or that you could build a business on it until I was like in my 20s. But I got started. And as we were building, of course, we got mentors because we wanted it to be quicker. And we did finally get to a place where we had a six-figure business of our own. At that point, it was just mind-blowing that we could, from our laptops, work hard. We're still working hard. I'm not telling you can only work 2 hours a week and make millions of dollars. We're still working hard, but we were working from home. We were working from our laptops. We were working with clients all over the place. And it was kind of like this crazy dream come true. Then as we started to continue to grow, I realized that I was falling in love with the business of business. I was falling in love with helping other people make that transition from working a job that they didn't want to work to coaching people and helping people and actually being able to work for themselves. So I developed this passion for helping people do the same thing. So I started to coach other coaches who were starting to grow in the online space. I helped them with their social media, with their marketing, with their sales, with the different things that they could do to grow their business. And it started to become this bigger thing where I started to bring on team members. My wife, Terry, eventually joined me again, and we started to grow this thing to bigger than ever. And about 4 years ago in 2020, we had our first $1 million year. And it just feels surreal that this happened. To someone like myself who came from a small town background, never thought he was going to be an entrepreneur, didn't have the skills, didn't even have social media till he was 21. To be able to grow with my wife and for us to run this together, it's just been this crazy journey. And so I wanted to just share this briefly with you to tell you that if someone like me can do this, who has a lot of flaws, is not the smartest person around, and I worked hard, I was resilient, you can do it as well. It took us years to grow to this place, obviously. We've been in the online space for now about 9 years, but I wouldn't have had it any other way because it taught us so many lessons along the way. And so right now, we're so excited to be helping coaches like you get your businesses started. Go from working a job to being able to quit it and going full-time with coaching. Helping you scale to 6 figures. Helping you serve more people. Helping you kind of basically, some people call it their calling, but fulfill the dream that you have of building your own business. So I'm excited to get to know you better. If you have any questions or if you want to share your story, comment them down below. And I'm excited to see you folks in the next video.